Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. So in today's video, I wanted to talk about 3 habits that I have newly incorporated into my life since the beginning of 2019, where I can really say that this has been quite life-changing for me, which has really made 2019 so far, that much extra, like that much better, I would say. So I wanted to share these habits with you guys as well to hopefully perhaps inspire you to also incorporate these habits or really consider the habits that you have right now, because honestly, success, feeling good, well-being, etc. is really all about creating good and consistent habits. So I hope these can help you guys out and you get some inspiration. So without any further ado, let's go. So by the way, here I want to say that make sure to follow my vlogs as well, which I upload every Monday, at least when I have time. Sometimes, life gets busy, work gets busy, and I won't have time, but Monday is my vlog upload day. So make sure to go check those out, because that's where I share my life and all my things and thoughts that I ever think about in a more frequent manner. So if you are someone who also follows my vlogs, you might have heard of these a little bit already. And there is a vlog where I also apply some of these habits, so make sure to go check that one out. But I also wanted to talk about them in a more concise manner in this video. So the first habit that I adopted and have been really strict about, in a good way, if there is a positive strict way, but really it has been only good. No feelings of now I have to do this again, or I don't feel like it. But I have been very strict in all ways, every single day, including weekends, to eat a healthy, nutritious breakfast. Now, again, like I always explain in any video where I share something that I eat, I do use the word healthy quite a lot. Now, this is just my opinion. I believe healthy is quite a subjective matter, so I'm no expert in that. But for me, what I do eat is healthy in my opinion. And I've been very strict to incorporate a healthy breakfast every single day, because I know that that's just the beginning to a successful day for me, for so many reasons, but also because I go to the office and I need to feel energized, I need to feel motivated, I need to feel full and satisfied for preferably as long as possible, because we usually have quite a late lunch. And obviously having it being nutritious is so important really for anybody, but for me as perhaps a vegan, I also think very carefully to make sure that I incorporate all the essential vitamins, minerals, and nutrients, etc. that I need in my diet to feel healthy and thriving as well. So starting off with an extremely superfood, super healthy breakfast is just something that's so easy for me and should be so easy for me. And ever since incorporating that, I've just felt really amazing, especially in the mornings. And I look forward to my mornings every morning, because I have found the #1 top breakfast that I apparently cannot get bored of. I used to think that I would get bored of porridge one day, but I did. But now I have created the recipe that I crave for every single morning. I just don't get bored of it. I've literally eaten it almost every single morning for the last 5 months, 4 months. It's been 4 months in 2019, right? So yeah, I've shared it in a couple of my vlogs already, so make sure to go check those ones out. I think I also shared it in a pretty recent What I Eat in a Day, the approximate recipe. But I've talked about this porridge in so many videos, so if you want me to create a recipe video about this, which I kind of feel like I should, so that I can just always refer to that video when I talk about this porridge, let me know in the comments down below, or give this video a thumbs up so I will create that. Obviously, one of my goals is always, it's kind of like a lifelong goal that I have now learned how not to be too stressed about. However, it's still always going to be a goal. There's always going to be motivation to just feel the fittest and be the fittest that I can, and incorporating a healthy breakfast for that, and lunch and dinner for that matter as well, just making sure that I eat as healthy as a diet as possible is going to help me in that area as well, because your body, your level of fitness perhaps even, is so much, like 80% determined by what you eat. Fix your diet first, and then you can start exercising and etc. and actually start seeing and feeling some kind of results. It's so important, and I 100% believe in that, and can be an example as well, because I feel so much stronger and fitter ever since, I started to incorporate this habit into my daily life. Last year, and end of last year, I used to always indulge in a little bit more of a, I guess, quote unquote, unhealthy breakfast on the weekends, which obviously is totally fine. I don't think you should do any kind of restriction, but I just wanted to get into the habit of not having days on the week where I indulge in something unhealthy. I think it should be more of a, when we go out to eat, or maybe I'm just really craving something and then I'll do it. But other than that, porridge is always readily available here. And obviously there are some other healthy options that we do sometimes on the weekends. But yeah, I think it's just been such a great habit that I'm so happy I was so strict about for the first 2 months. And really, as the saying goes, after 2 months, after you've been practicing a habit for 2 months, it gets to be so easy that it's like brushing your teeth. So now it doesn't feel like I even have to try at all anymore. So definitely my number one healthy habit and great habit that I've incorporated in 2019 that I just feel fantastic about. Okay, my second habit that I started to do in the beginning of 2019, obviously I did this before as well, but not as frequently. Again, this is a habit that I have now been so strict about ever since 2019 started, basically. And again, it has something to do with food. But you know what? I just feel like your daily life, your day is so also determined, like the success of your day is also determined by what you eat, because that's what energizes you. That's what, moves your cells and blood in your body to make sure that you can be as focused and concentrated and alert as possible, which is what I need in my startup life. So anyway, going on to habit number 2, which is preparing a healthy and nutritious lunch every single morning to take with us to work. Now, I've told you in some of my vlogs already and other videos that where our office is located is semi in the middle of nowhere, where there really isn't first that many restaurants or places to eat, and the ones that there are one, really not good at all, and two, are usually kind of like burger and pizza, pasta. There's just something that I don't want to have on a daily basis for lunch. By our office, there are some supermarkets, which I did do quite often as well in 2018. However, it is quite limiting what you can get for lunch from just a supermarket. As a vegan, I think especially maybe, but I would often go to kind of like ready-made microwave meals, or even these, what are they called? Like, they're these Asian noodles, which you can kind of just make with hot water. Or I would just get a bread bun and some avocado, or even like vegan cheese, something like that, which obviously is tasty and super amazing and makes you full. I have to say that I didn't feel my best doing that. I did it quite often by the end of 2018, and I started to feel really like, something's not right. And especially I think it's because I really treasure a healthy diet and being as healthy as I can. So I think I was also just half disappointed that I wasn't more strict and disciplined in cooking a healthy lunch for us. So 2019, I said, you know what, no more excuses. This is gonna happen. So how I incorporated this into my everyday life is waking up maybe half an hour earlier, or just at least being relaxed enough with my time management to say the first thing that I do after I get out of the shower in the mornings is I cook us a lunch. And that usually incorporates a big salad and then some kind of protein source, whether that be like lentils or beans or something like that. And then also a cooked vegetable, whether that be broccoli, at the moment is asparagus season, which I absolutely love, or green beans or something like that. Really just kind of try to mix it up and make sure that it's, again, nutritionally rich. I have a source of everything in there. I also put in some seeds into the salad, and I might also, not always, but sometimes I will also make a really super delicious dressing, which I feel like I should really put a recipe video on my channel about, because I use that so often, so it would be easier to refer to it. So again, let me know if I should do a little recipe video on that as well, because it really is so good. That's been quite an easy habit to incorporate. I think last year I just always put it into my mind that I don't have time, whereas now I realize like just having also a routine when it comes to what I cook, always knowing what to cook, so I don't make anything complicated at all. And that is why it usually takes me maximum half an hour to have cooked a healthy meal for me and Alex, which I obviously do for both of us. And it's literally been so transformational for so many reasons. Again, health-wise and fitness-wise, it's been obviously extremely good for me. Also, and I think especially when it comes lunchtime, we don't have to think of what we want to have. I don't have to waste time going to the store and trying to find something to fill us up in there. It's way cheaper, obviously, as well. And at the end of the day, even though it feels maybe in the beginning like it's more time consuming in the mornings, I definitely feel like it's a time saver because, I am so routine in the morning to just cook something for us for lunch so that we do not have to waste our time thinking and waiting and preparing a lunch at the office. So really it is a time saver as well to have that incorporated into your routine as a habit, and this way you will always know you have a healthy lunch, because there's no other option than to eat that lunch. So it's perfect. Plus they're delicious as well. Obviously it has to be delicious. So that would be my habit number 2. So let's go to my third habit, which you guys definitely should know about because I've made a more in-depth video about this. I'm going to make a update video for you guys about my fitness and my fitness routine very, very soon. But yeah, that's my third habit that I've incorporated, is kind of twofold, if I may. So number 1 is obviously doing exercise on a more consistent and frequent level. So last year, first of all, end of last year, it was just not consistent anymore at all. And then on those times when it was consistent, I would maybe do 2 to 3 times a week, and on some rare occasions 4 times a week I would go to the gym or run or etc. So this year, my January rule was to do sport every single day, just to challenge myself and just to help give more of a habit for me to get my body to feel like it more needs to do sport, because I really wanted to do exercise on a more frequent level, because I know that in the end of the day, I feel so good anytime I've done sports, and I feel so good the more I do it in a week. So I do feel like I need a rest day at least once a week, but other than that, I just feel amazing, and I feel like a day is complete if I have done some kind of exercise. I've given a sweat to my body. It's just so healthy for you as well. So I really wanted to make that a habit. So that's why I did that on January, doing sports every single day. And that truly helped me so much, because ever since then, I've really felt that I want to and almost kind of need to do exercise as often as I can. So I do 5 to 6 times a week at the moment, mostly with a few exceptions where I might just do 4 or 3, obviously. I'm being as chilled about it as I can, but I made it a habit in the sense that, so 4 times a week usually when we go to the office, after the office, I go to the gym before I go home. As simple as that, even if it would be just half an hour, which is a rare occasion. I usually do like an hour 15 minutes at the gym. And it's so easy. You just take your gym bag with you to work, and then before you go home, you go to the gym. And it's just 1 hour of your time in the day. And as much as that may sound, and I do know that sometimes that is a lot, in the end of the day, it is such an easy thing to incorporate into your life, into your daily habits. It really, really is. And now it is definitely a habit of mine, and I feel so good about it. My body feels amazing. I'm feeling even like a bit more confident with my body as well. I'm feeling myself getting stronger and fitter in terms of resistance and cardio as well, like really everything. It just feels so good. So it truly has been transformational as well. And I also feel way more energetic. Like, I realized that in January. First, in the end of it, I was maybe getting tired, because obviously you should always have a rest day. But at the end of the day, I was always like, you know what? I really feel so much more energized doing sports every day. It just really does something to my body. So I definitely suggest trying that out. And it did take that really tough and strict January for me to incorporate this as a habit, where it now feels like literally brushing my teeth. Just go to the gym after the office, not that difficult. really isn't. And the next point to that was also that I started to incorporate weightlifting into my routine. So I had done that a little bit in 2018, but 2019 I really challenged myself to really get more into weightlifting because I felt like that could bring me to the next level within my fitness. And I truly feel that it has. I don't feel like I go too crazy, but I'm definitely learning new moves and putting on more weight on mine dumbbells or wherever, and I truly feel my body getting stronger and myself getting stronger, and I just really feel the difference and see the difference as well, that this all together, really, these 3 habits have done to me in terms of my energy, in terms of my health altogether, I feel like, and in terms of fitness as well. So definitely 3 amazing habits to incorporate. And really, it isn't that difficult in the end of the day. So I still have one more habit that I want to talk about shortly, and that is something that I told myself, or even we kind of told ourselves that we want to do more in 2019, and that is to just learn how to relax a little bit better. So as you guys know, we have a startup, kia.c.Lindroos, and it is now around 2.5 years old. And obviously right in the beginning, it was like one of the most stressful, crazy times of our lives. And obviously we're grateful for that time as well. But it was nonstop working. It did have attacks on our everyday life and our relationship, on literally everything. So we did, step down a little bit after maybe a year and a half, and say it has to be a little bit more relaxed. But even then, it was still quite crazy. And especially because we had our office in our apartment for quite a while as well, it's hard to really switch off in the evenings or etc. We haven't, me and Alex haven't really gone on holiday or really done too much, just the 2 of us, in a really long time that didn't have anything to do with our business. So, but I said it more to myself, that I really want to learn to actually relax when I'm relaxing or when we're relaxing, and that we should do more together as well and really enjoy the moment more, because we are often, as entrepreneurs, I'm sure it's very normal, we are often in a constant state of worrying and thinking about what we should do next, what could happen next, etc., etc. There are a million things that you could think about when you own your own startup, when you're growing your business. And we really wanted to take it a little bit more chill. So this year definitely has been a little bit more chill, where in the weekends, neither one of us usually goes to the office. We usually do a little bit of work anyway, but definitely much less, and we try to enjoy some kind of a weekend in some way or form. And really that has been so amazing, and we've realized that it doesn't really have a negative effect onto our business, not that we've noticed anyway, and that's always great. And obviously we feel more energized as well, more relaxed, and just are in general more happier people. So I think that's just such an important lesson that I know is so difficult to actually do as an entrepreneur, is to learn to relax when you're relaxing. Don't relax if you can't relax and then just do work, but when you're trying to relax, when you want to relax, to actually switch off and enjoy the freaking day, basically. So those were my 4 habits. I think I said 3 in the beginning, but yeah, I just thought of that 4th one pretty like right before the video. So sorry if I said the wrong number in the beginning. Anyway, those were my 4 habits that I've incorporated in 2019 that I feel like have made this year so far so successful in so many ways. We're super happy on how our business is growing. kia.c.Lindroos has grown fantastically since the beginning of the year. And personally, I feel like I'm in so much of a better place than I was in the end of 2019. I feel great, I feel fit, I feel healthy, I feel happy in general, and that's really what it's all about. In the end of the day, you have to feel good yourself as well. So that was my video for today, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe for my channel for more videos, and I'm super excited to see you guys in my next one. Until then, you guys, my mind.